second video focuses on information about how access arrangements work when taking an Oxford admissions test at a Pearson VUE test centre. If you haven't yet watched our first video, please pause this video now and instead watch part 1 to find out general information on taking your test at a Pearson VUE test centre. You can check your approved arrangements on your Oxford admissions test registration portal. They will also be outlined on your automated booking confirmation email from Pearson VUE. If you have requested non-standard arrangements, Pearson VUE will send a separate manual email to confirm these. In the following sections of this video, there is some guidance about the most common arrangements, so you will know what to expect if you've requested these and have had them approved. You will also find chapters in this video to skip ahead for more information on specific arrangements. When you check in at the front desk at the test centre on the day of your test, the staff will know about your arrangements because they're linked to your booking in the system. Test centres are much smaller than a typical school hall, which is the environment you'll be most used to. There can be noises as different test takers enter and leave the room, and there are audible sounds like typing on keyboards. Oxford have, therefore, agreed with Pearson VUE that any candidate taking an Oxford admissions test can bring and wear their own non-electronic ear defenders, or earplugs. These must be presented for inspection when checking in. If you've been approved for extra time, this will have been automatically added to your test. It's important to know that the appointment time in your Pearson VUE confirmation email is not the same as your actual test duration. The appointment time is longer because it also includes check-in, the pre-test tutorial, and the short feedback survey. The tutorial and feedback each have their own countdown timers. When you begin your test, the timer on screen will show only your test time plus any allotted extra time, not the total appointment length. If you have rest breaks as an access arrangement, you are in control of when and how often you take your breaks. There will be a button on your screen that you can press when you need to take a break, and the computer will then show a separate timer counting this for you. Once you've paused, you must raise your hand to let a test administrator know you wish to leave the testing room. During your rest break, you cannot leave the test centre building, but can use the toilets or move about the test centre should you need to, or have a rest in the waiting area. When you're ready to re-enter the testing room, let the test administrator know. They may do a quick security check again to ensure you're not bringing any personal items into the testing room. You can then unpause your test and continue. Pearson VUE test centres do not allow candidates to bring any liquids into the testing rooms. All candidates are welcome and encouraged to bring a beverage to keep in their locker so they can have a drink just before or after testing, or during a break. If you have a medical condition which requires bringing a beverage into the testing room and you have been approved to do so, you must ensure this is in a clear plastic bottle with a spill-proof sports lid. Please follow the test administrator's guidance as to where to leave your bottle so it can be retrieved when you need it. For those who have requested a separate room arrangement, the separate room in test centres is likely to be quite different from what you're used to at school. In most test centres, they have either one or several glass walls or panels that allow the test administrator to monitor this room and the main testing room at the same time. Because of this, soundproofing is often limited. Therefore, any candidates taking an Oxford admissions test can bring their own non-electronic ear defenders or earplugs. Just make sure you present these for inspection when checking in. If you have been approved due to a medical need to bring snacks into the testing room, please ensure these are in a clear plastic bag and present these for inspection when checking in. There are many different types of glucose monitors. If you monitor your glucose on a mobile phone, no problem. You will just need to ensure you have requested a glucose monitor in your access arrangement request, and when at the test centre, ensure your phone is set to vibrate and switch it to aeroplane mode. When you switch your device to aeroplane mode, it disables all wireless communications, including Bluetooth. However, after switching to aeroplane mode, you can manually re-enable Bluetooth in your device settings. This should allow your glucose monitor to keep communicating with your app. You may wish to test this in advance and contact Oxford via message on the registration portal if you have any problems. You will be asked to keep your phone face down and at arm's length on your desk during the test. If you have a monitor attached to your body, please ensure this is set to silent. If you wear a monitor that cannot be silenced, please ensure that you've arranged to take your test in a separate room. If you've been approved to bring an overlay, it's important to bring your own to ensure the shade is exactly right to meet your needs. Most test centres have a 24-inch screen, so it's advisable to ensure your overlay is the right size. If for any reason you cannot obtain one, please contact Oxford through messages on your Oxford Admissions Test registration portal and we can provide one for you. All our admissions tests are taken via computer, but the screens in most test centres will create static with a plastic overlay which allows it to stick. If on the day you experience any difficulties, please put your hand up and notify the test centre administrator and they will be able to help you before the test begins. We hope these videos have been useful to prepare you for what to expect on test day, and we wish you all the best with your preparations.